How does Narcan work? So here's a picture of what the nasal spray, Narcan essentially, looks like. And I don't think people fully understand what this is and how this actually works. And so when somebody is going through an OD, their breathing is going to get shallower, shallower, and shallower. So they don't stop breathing right away. An OD on an opiate, fentanyl, all of these different drugs out there, when it comes to an opiate, they don't just stop breathing, turn blue, and die. This is actually what ends up happening to them and why they start ODing. If you're new to the channel, hit the like and subscribe button. So your receptors that regulate CO2 in your blood, that regulate your breathing, they get covered over by fentanyl, by an opiate, whatever it might be. And guess what? Now they're not working. Now they're no longer sensing anything into the blood system. And so what happens is all of a sudden the breathing starts to get shallower, shallower, and shallower. Now during this time, the person is breathing. So what you do is you actually take that and you do a shot, up the nose. You're going to have to give it about a minute or so, and it will actually end up waking the person back up. Now, just because it's woken the person back up, what it has done is taken all the fentanyl, everything that's on these brain receptors, and it's knocked it off. It hasn't processed these through. These chemicals are all in your body still. That is why it is so important to dial 911 if you actually Narcan somebody back to life. So you're going to want to call 911 because here's what happens is after about 30 minutes, these chemicals are still in your system that the Narcan has worn off, that they can actually hit your receptors again and you can re-OD again after about 30 minutes if you're not careful. That's why getting medical attention is so important. And I don't think people realize that that's how a lot of ODs happen. Is the worst part is a lot of times people are all ODing together because they don't realize it. Essentially, if one pill is too much fentanyl in it and it's a deadly pill, there's more than just one in there. And you're going to know that somebody's starting to OD. I mean, they are not breathing. It's not like the nod. And if you know what the nod is, that's when somebody's extremely high on like opiates and they're like a kind of a zombie. They're in and out of consciousness. Where when they're truly going into an OD, there's no more in and out of consciousness. They're not conscious. It seems like they're almost kind of sleeping, and their breathing gets less and less and less. And it's scary, man. And I will say this, at least there are harm reduction, things out there such as like Narcan. But the biggest thing is realizing to call 911 and getting others involved, medical personnel involved during an OD to get the additional help to make sure that the person actually lives. And the unfortunate thing is it's not necessarily is it the junkies and stuff that deal with this, because I've been a junkie. I mean, my drugs of choice, alcohol and cocaine. I was a junkie. I will refer to myself that way without a problem. But it's also like the kids and the people that have no idea what's going on, that they've never taken a substance like this before, that they think they're taking a pain pill, and next thing you know, they're ODing on fentanyl, that don't know and understand what to do, that don't have harm reduction on them. That's why I think it's so important to actually have a harm reduction kit, I think, in every household. Because fentanyl, unfortunately, is right now here to stay until we figure out what to do and how best to go about actually helping people off of this. And I think a lot of it does come through education. And that's why I like to share about this. I mean, hit the like and follow button, comment your experiences down below, because the more that we share about it, the more that we share the ugly, the reality of this, the non-glamorous side, the scary side, the burying your friends side. That is not to drive fear into people, but to drive the awareness into people of, hey, this is what happens, man. This is the reality of it. And that is what can make a big difference, I think, is the more that we do share. And for the one that's out there fighting to get sober right now, I'm proud of you. It's one day at a time. It's finding what works for you. NA, AA, therapy, therapist, medication, treatment centers, inpatient, outpatient, whatever it is, man. And there's no right or wrong way to get sober. So don't feel like if you do it this way and it's not working for you, that you could never get sober. Find what works for you. And a lot of times it takes a variety of different things out there to help you get sober. And so for the one that's fighting through it, man, the one that's going through it one day at a time, I am proud of you. Don't give up. It does get better and you're worth it.